Leo.
Hello Leo, this is your January 2017 astrological forecast. And listen, what a great way to start a new year, and that is with Mars and Neptune. Mars being drive, it is your ambitions, it's your goals, it's where you're wanting to head. It's being infused here with Neptune, which is your hopes, dreams, your vision. And when the two of them come together, it makes Mars feel that everything is possible. And you know what? In so many ways, that is so true. The visions that you're having as you're starting off the year is really to hone it in and hold on to it. And you need to know exactly where it's hitting your chart so you can make the most of it. So you're not trying to push it over here where it's not really focused, right? We always got to think that the houses, the areas of our chart is the lens that we use. And for you, it's in your 8th house. So you can make the most out of this, not just for this month or when the aspect is here. It's like when these two planets meet up, Mars will be infused with Neptune. And it takes 2 years for Mars to go around your chart once. So it's going to be sent off with your vision in mind. You know, we talk about the new moons and planting our intentions, right? Right now, our intention is on our goals, our ambitions. We're planting seeds, intentions into Mars with this vision to empower this 8th house. And what is the 8th house? That is all about shared resources. Now, that doesn't just mean the money you have with your significant other. It's more like, well, where are your savings going? Where have you invested? We are looking at royalties, commissions, and so forth. So if you can really now look at not just your monthly income, because you know your paycheck will always come every other week or once a month. I mean, that's a given. You trust that. You don't have to focus there right now. What you want to do, if you're smart, is to look at the long-term goal of how you can increase and grow your financial wealth. Mars is going to stay here for the entire month until the 29th. Then it moves into the sign of Aries, which is the 9th house, which is a sister house to Leo. So this is going to be a great place. More about that once we get into February. But until the 29th, whatever you could do as far as moving that intention, that action, that ambition, that goal into growing investment money, you are set. Mars won't give you the same opportunity for the next 2 years. We also have Venus. Let's talk about Venus, which is love, romance. It's also money. Currently, as we start off the year, it's in the sign of Pisces, which it was there in December. You will have it in the sign of Pisces to January 4th. For you, that shows up in your 7th house for love. In your 7th house for love and romance. It's in the sign of Aquarius, and it will be moving into Pisces. Let me correct that. Yeah, all of December you're having a little bit more time perhaps, or at least focusing more so on your partner, on love and how that worked for you. And now from January 4th onwards, it coming into the 8th house will be joining forces with that Mars and Neptune. And since Venus also rules money, she's coming in to support Mars, to look at how can we grow, how can we expand, right? And it's going to make it exciting, because even if you hate the whole concept about money and so forth and investments, and it's not, for example, not your normal way of thinking, right now you might just come to find it interesting. Why? Because the energies are helping you look into this area. Then we have the full moon, January 12th, 14 degrees in Cancer. For you here, Leo, that will be in your 12th house. So this is the stage that's going to be illuminated. And the 12th house has all to do with your spirituality, your inner self, your creativity. Think about it being the house of Pisces, which is spiritual. It's a time to reflect. Think about Pisces being the last of the 12 signs. So it's been moving through all the 12 signs, collecting a little bit here and there, and it comes up to this end stage. And we want to think, what have we been doing this whole last month, right? That journey. So we're getting some oversight, so it's a time to step back, look at things, power up the energy for its new journey. The new moon is 0 degrees in Aquarius this month, taking place at January 27th, which will be in your 7th house. And so the new moon is always when we place our intentions, plant those seeds. And so, of course, this would be to think about, how can we grow our relationship? How can we interact more with our partner? How can we grow the area of love? What is needed? What is lacking? Right? So when you plant these seeds, you will have it working for you for a full year until the new moon comes back here a year from now. But this month, I would say it's a relatively good month. We have 2 dates we want to keep an eye on because it has to do with some major decision making that will affect all of us. And it's important for you to know which areas are being affected, to not jump into conclusion. Don't jump into making these decisions. Whenever in doubt, I always say, step back. Because when we're in doubt, we don't have all the information that's needed to make an educated decision. More on that when I come up to these dates. You want to know what those are about and how we can resolve them. But let's start with the calendar on top of the year. Mars, Neptune, like I mentioned, your 8th house, focus on investments and how to grow your money. Then we have on the 3rd, Mercury, which is communication, is aligning with Venus. Venus being romance, love, the things we desire, also rules money. So this could be a good money or romantic date. And for you, this is taking place between the 7th house and also the 6th house. Yeah, it's the 6th and the 8th house, sorry. So it's between the routines that you have, your daily routine, and how you could incorporate this and use it wisely, spending your time wisely. Then we have on the 7th, we have the Sun touching upon Pluto. This happens once a year. The Sun being you, or it's us, right? Our personal energies. When it touches upon Pluto, it gives us transformational energy. This is where we can create shifts of consciousness. Pluto for you is in the 6th house. So what's going to be powerful for you on this day is to look at how you can reset the physical body, your health, how to work out, but it's also your routines, your day-to-day routine. If you find yourself that you've been sick and tired of being stuck in a rut, well, hey, Pluto's going to help you jolt out of there and create a new daily routine, which can bring more life and joy in the aftermath. I'm sorry, I got allergies today. Then on the 11th, Mars and Pluto will join up. So Mars being in that 8th house and Pluto in the 6th house, this for you, I see, has a little bit of the same thing. It's you cutting through, turning over all the old stones, right? It's like turning over the field so you can plant new energy for a new crop. And it's positive. Because Pluto here and Mars together, it's dynamite and it's nuclear. This is a day where you can accomplish a lot because why? Your physical drive is very, very heightened here. Lots of passion. If, for example, you're starting off something new, what a way to go, because the signature of this energy will follow it way down the road. Then we have the 12th. The 12th. Mark this on your calendar. It is Venus and Neptune doing the dance. Venus being love and romance, and Neptune being the higher octave of Venus. That's a double whammy. It's that physical, beautiful love. It's all that spiritual, soulmate love. This is a day to get engaged. This is a day to get married. This is a day to find a new partner somewhere, because the law of attraction here, we're all under the influence of these two planets on this day. So whoever is seeking whoever can easily find each other. So don't sit at home if you are single. And for those of you in a relationship, well, this is a time to really heighten the experience of your love. But then we have the 19th. This is one of those 2 dates we want to put on the calendar that we want to be aware of. Mars and Saturn, they're going to be squaring off on each other. And Mars always wants to act. Mars is always on the on-go, right? And here comes Saturn holding up the stop sign. It's like you're coming down the road 60 miles an hour and suddenly here's a stop sign, slow down to 15 miles an hour. There's a crosswalk. We don't like that. Mars wants to move, right? And so we could feel frustrated when we're held back. But we want to think about Saturn as our security officer, looking out for our best, our highest good, and for those around us that we care for. So the slowdown is maybe giving you a sense of doubt in this, whatever decision it is for you. And doubts only just tell us one thing, is that we don't have all information needed. So this is why it slows us down to just step back and wait. Now, whatever information you're looking for to find that sense of conviction is coming in for you there on the 20th, already the day after. So the old saying when it says, if you don't know what to do, sleep on it. This holds so true, because when you get up on the 20th, you know what? You will just know. Whatever that lacking piece of the puzzle, it just downloaded. Maybe you're just channeling it in your dream. But you have not only conviction, you have passion with you on the 20th. Venus and Pluto, they're sextile. Venus is all those things that you love. It's the people you love. It's romance. It's money. And Pluto, the transformative quality, bringing all this passion in. Well, you will be right on track that quickly. Then we have on the 23rd, this is a great day for you to speak about love, romance, those things that are important to you. I'm thinking too that whatever you just experienced there on the 20th is keeping you on this high. It's like you found a wave and you're still surfing it, okay? So beautiful days there, the 20th up towards the 27th. That whole week could be great, but here we come. The second stop sign of the month. This is when Venus now comes up against Saturn with a square. Like that, right? And we're having to slow down again. Venus ruling money. Last it was Mars, which is passion and action, direction. Venus is all about now Saturn asking, are you sure you really want to go this direction with your love? Or are you sure this is where you want to take your money? So whenever we have that, we want to slow down and look at it. And Saturn in both instances are coming from your 5th house for love and romance. It also rules children. It rules the business and hobbies that you do for your own. So again, we can see it has to do with direction. It has to do with investment, money, whatnot. Why? Because Mars is up at that 8th house of investments, right? Saturn in the 5th house, it's like you don't really want to invest in anything that might just end up at a dead end, right? So, but here, this 27th, with Venus and Saturn square, you will probably derive your answer, not the next day, but then the following, on the 29th. This is when your mind will line up with Pluto, and you will have this direct pipeline of information coming in, getting all your ducks in a row, and you're ready to act again. So, we don't have to wait long. This is why it is so smart to sleep upon things. I feel there is so much taking place in the area of children in your life, Leo, but also in your creativity, the things that you do, your hobbies and the businesses that you own, your self-expression. Sometimes you might just feel that it's limiting you because of Saturn being there, but the true nature of Saturn in this area for you is helping you hone your skills to master whatever creative ventures that you're working on slowly as it's moving through this area, it's a 2.5-year period, you're kind of like a little bit more than halfway through it. So already now, you must be feeling that, yeah, Saturn has done you a lot of good because it slowed you down, held you back enough to look at details, and that's the only way that we can learn to master anything. So listen, this is what we have. We have that new moon on the 27th. We already talked about that, 7th house. So that's pretty much how you're ending off the month of January. So now go listen to your moon and rising sign. See what that new moon is doing for you in the other areas of your chart, in your rising chart, in your moon chart, to see where you can derive the highest benefits of this coming new moon. So I'll see you in February. Have a good one, Leo.